This text bores me, like, a lot. So what we're going to do is we are going to fix that. So first thing, let's get rid of the ruler. It's just taking up screen space, and I am very much against things taking up screen space. Zoom in a little bit, making sure that it's all inside of the area that you can see. There we go, and go into this text. Now, I've been telling you before that in order to change text, you can go up here to the options bar. Yeah, that's the starter, pathetic, lousy way. If you want to do that, you can. But there's a better way, and that is in Window Text, or Character, Window Character. And this kind of opens up all the different options. So right now, we've talked about the Layers window. We've talked about many things in the Tools window. We've talked about the the Image window place. The Character window is another one I'm going to introduce. Earlier, I told you to ignore all those other windows. Well, they are useful. That's why they exist. So here's another one. Let's just change the font out. I'm not a big fan of whatever that was. What was I going to do? I wanted Bitstream Cooper. That's a great font. I don't know if it's good for large text, though. Maybe I'll use it for the title. I'm going to press Escape. And having found exactly the right thing for the title, I'm just going to move that up here. Ooh, I'm going to use Adobe Garamond. Garamond? How's it pronounced? Someone tell me. But Bitstream Cooper, that'll work. And it's on bold right now. Let's set it to... Let's keep it on bold. Press Enter on the numpad, not on the keyboard pad, on the numpad. And go down here and change this to Garamond, which is a great, great font. Ooh, I could do two different varieties of it. All right, well, this isn't about font. If you want to learn about font, go to, somewhere else. That isn't me. Change this to regular. Something to note right now about the font. First off, you'll notice that it looks kind of crunchy right now. That's just because we're zoomed in. If we were to zoom in a little bit more, you'll notice that the font is normal. So we'll zoom in a little bit more. I'm going to select all of this, and if I wanted to make it bold, if I wanted to make part of this bold, yes, I could click down here, which is something that's the Make Bold button, but that's the asking the computer to make it look bold. And it's not as good as if there's an option up here for bold, as this is the fontographer, the font designer, yeah, fontographer, that's a word, has designed a bold font. So you get something that's much more elegant. You notice this is the computer's attempt at making something bold, and this is the fontographer actually spending time on making it look better. So the same thing works with italics. If you were to make this, put this into italics, sure, you could use this button here, which fakes italics, really just slants the Romans. It's so sad, compared to the much more elegant italic. So if a font has a built-in italic, use it. You can see that there's an absolutely huge difference right there. There's a couple of other things that you can change, such as if you want to increase the height of it to 150 or to whatever, you can do that. I suggest not doing that because it's ugly. You can change the width this way so it squeezes in a little bit of space. Again, not something I'd necessarily suggest doing. But it's good to know that it's out there, the different things that you can do with text. If you say wanted this part of the text to move up a little bit, you could do it right here. So just, I don't know, put this at 20, and that's much higher. That's a little bit too high. Let's just put this on 2. You see how it's offset from the line a little bit. So you have some control in that way, and you can, do that to the character level. Any of that. You can, inside of a single text box, move things to different fonts. You can change the line spacing. Right now it's set at auto. I'm going to set it at 18. So now the line spacing is just a little bit larger. You can set the letter spacing this way. So I'm just going to put it back at 0. I guess it was at 18 before. Or I could, make it go all the way to, negative 100, so all the letters are squeezed in on each other. Positive 100. In fact, you're not limited to these values. You can edit in, I can edit in negative 500 and just have all the letters overlapping each other. I wouldn't, though, because then you wouldn't be able to read it. Negative 200, not a very helpful way to go. All right, so just put this at 0. But wait, that's not all. I'm going to zoom out a little bit with my friend Control minus. Zoom in a little bit more. And Control plus. There we go with this scary attempt at font. Some other things to be aware of. If you press enter and then start doing these values, so I'm just enter on the numpad to commit it. There we go. And you start entering in all of these values, it'll just change it for for this entire layer. So we can put it all in caps. We can put it all in small caps. And this just makes it so capitalized letters are a little bit bigger. I don't have any capitalized letters. If I did, it would look like that. So this is normal. And this is, oops, that's not normal. This is still small caps.